What it do, YouTube family? It's your boy Work MachineZo MachZody MachineZo, however you want to call it. And guess what? We coming back with another react on God. We got my boy Jay-Z Uncuts, and I couldn't wait to do this. We got the greatest era in NBA history, my teenage years, the entire 2010's recap. It's an hour long, so we're gonna have to buckle up. If you fall asleep, goddamn, I ain't mad at you. Just like, comment, and subscribe. You feel what I'm saying? And today, we brought out the Iverson. Yes, sir. Throwback. Yep, in my throwback Allen Iverson. So we gonna throw that on for the vid. You feel what I'm saying? With the Phillies lid. Cause we gonna keep it a ridge. But we got long ones to go, so we ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna get right into it and shine. I am the chill life of Zoe. Subscribe, like, comment how you feel. Let me know your favorite parts. This is gonna be a long one. We gonna ride. Need all the love. Till then, let's ride out.
The 2010s. The decade of Instagram filters, skinny jeans, and Vine compilations. A time when Call Me Maybe was inescapable and everybody had a hoverboard, even if they caught on fire after 5 minutes. Sheesh. I'm 27, and people around my age love to talk about the 2010s.
Let me know what your age is. Goddamn. What?
Whether it's the music, the fashion, the tech, or even the culture.
Let me know what year y'all graduated. If y'all graduated in the 2010s decade, how old y'all is, what's y'all favorite memories, what's y'all best year. Mine was 2016. Actually had my first child that year, so definitely always gonna remember that year and what it was and what it did to me. Pokemon Go was out at that time. Niggas was outside. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful time to be alive. I think Obama was president. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Trump. But Obama did his thing too. He had a good little run in his era. But we back to the video.
Fondly. And when it comes to basketball, most of us don't just remember it. We swear by it to a whole generation of fans. This was the golden era. The most exciting, dramatic, talent-rich stretch the league has ever seen. They call it the pace and space era. But to those who lived through it, it was something bigger. This wasn't just a shift in the game. It was a shift in everything. From the way fans watched to the way players tweeted and chose their destinies. Social media didn't just give fans a voice, it gave players the microphone. And the NBA leaned into it hard. Scoring exploded. Super teams formed in plain sight. MVPs changed jerseys. Kids stopped practicing post moves and started launching threes from half court. The league went from grinded out slugfest to nightly highlight reels and broken records. Some loved it. Others but nobody could ignore it. We also said goodbye to the final echoes of an older
Damn, man. RP Kobe, man. Goddamn.
The last warriors from the generation that built the bridge between Jordan and today. They had shaped our childhoods, defined greatness in silence, and stepped away just as the league they helped carry was being reborn. Basketball didn't just evolve. The game got faster, the floor stretched wider, and the pressure was being reborn. Basketball didn't just evolve. The game got faster.
Look at this shit, boy. Ball game.
Floor stretched wider, and the pressure expanded.
Look at this shit, boy. Nigga, you see this shit, boy? I might as well just forfeit, gang.
On the arena, you couldn't just muscle your way to a
damn. I ain't gonna lie, boy. When you beating them niggas with a goddamn one shot, you feel what I'm
rely on outdated schemes. You had to think quicker, shoot farther, and move smarter. This wasn't just a new era. It was a war for the future of the sport. If you saw our last video, you already know we broke down the gritty, unforgiving basketball of the 2000s. But what came next wasn't just evolution. It was a complete reinvention of the game. This is a full recap of the 2010s.
Alright, time to buckle up. Let's get it, y'all. It's here we came, for.
In the summer of 2009, Kobe Bryant finally stood atop a mountain built solely by his own determination. The whispers that had long chased him, questions of whether he could truly succeed without Shaquille O'Neal, fell silent. The championship he won against the Orlando Magic was
look at that. What you thought?
Victory. It was validation.
What you thought, boy?
Kobe had not only climbed the peak, he had conquered it alone. Yet, the NBA waits for no one. Even as Kobe soaked in the moment, celebrating the fulfillment of his life's ambition.
Look at that dog. That boy had that dog in him.
The league was already turning its gaze forward, plotting their path to dethrone the newly crowned king. Let's start in Cleveland. The Cavaliers felt urgency more than anyone. Their young superstar, LeBron James, was the reigning MVP. A generational talent whose clock was quietly ticking towards free agency.
I ain't even gonna lie, boy. Pause. That's a thick dude, bro. Like,
hey, yo.
I ain't gonna hold you though, boy.
Determined not to squander their opportunity, Cleveland gambled on a...
Look at that. That boy got killed in his eyes, boy. He gonna murder about that championship.
Hey, yo.
Legend.
Now, Mark, that much talked about trade of Shaq to Cleveland.
Damn, boys, we in the 2010 decade or not? Boy, this footage is crazy. Shaq 33 is
happening.
nasty.
They traded for Shaquille O'Neal, not the unstoppable force he once was.
I ain't gonna lie, but it's a big hour. We might cut this bit in half, hit it with a part 2 type shit, cause it is late at night. I'm a little asleep about time, cause he wasn't gonna let me do this shit. But we back to the video.
But a figure still powerful
And that
enough to
moment was
symbolize their
iconic.
desperation. It
But
was
we
a
back to the
message:
2010s.
win now or risk losing LeBron forever.
Forever.
Orlando,
Forever?
fresh off their finals disappointment, made a drastic shift of their own. In search of that elusive final piece, they parted ways with veteran Hedo Turkoglu, the
Damn.
playmaker whose calm presence had anchored the run, and replaced him with Vince Carter. The Magic envisions Vince's dazzling scoring ability to carry them further, unaware they had just exchanged the heart of their team for a hollow...
That shit was a milk dud. Boy, did not belong on this team whatsoever, boy.
Flash. The defending champions weren't resting either. The Lakers chose to replace Trevor Ariza, a proven playoff hero, with none other than Ron Artest, whose
Meta, a world of peace.
fiery temperament and unpredictable nature promised either brilliance or turmoil. Kobe, who's never one to shy from risk, embraced this decision wholeheartedly.
And throw it to the
repeating
ref.
his champions required boldness, intensity, and a willingness to flirt with chaos. The 2009 NBA draft unfolded with quiet significance.
Hey, yo.
Oh shit, my bad. Whoop, wrong one.
Bro, you.
Blake Griffin, a powerful and dynamic athlete, was selected first by the Clippers, but
I'm dead.
quickly intervened, robbing him of his entire rookie season through injury. Although a few picks later, somebody slipped in the draft. Golden State selected a skinny guard from Davidson named Stephen Curry, a choice that was
If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by
at
himself.
the time, but destined to rewrite the future
That
of
boy
basketball.
right there, boy, who would have thought? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I believe he better than LeBron. I know it's a crazy take. LeBron is cold. This nigga Curry.
As the regular season opened, familiar storylines returned,
Come here.
each infused with a sense of heightened urgency. The Lakers moved through the early months with calm, calculated confidence, pacing themselves with the assurance that real battles lay ahead. Kobe played their injuries with high ferocity, delivering signature moments, game
all
winners,
net, baby.
scoring outbursts, relentless competitiveness, all
You
of
see
which
what's
reminded
going on?
opponents exactly
Huh?
who they were chasing.
Talk to
The
him.
Cavaliers stormed
Broken
through the Eastern
finger.
Conference again, powered by LeBron's nightly brilliance. But some
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You can't tell me this wasn't peak era basketball, gang. This nigga just did some dumbass shit.
The Cavaliers stormed through the
Look at
Eastern Conference
look at
again, powered by
hizzy.
LeBron's nightly brilliance. But something
Green
beneath
bean.
the surface felt unsettled.
What
Despite
you
piling
talking
up
about?
wins, the weight of expectation and the uncertainty of LeBron's future casted a shadow over every success. Boston, once a dominant force, now moved more slowly. Age had caught up with their
Damn.
core. Kevin Garnett battled chronic knee pain. Paul
Damn.
Pierce showed signs of fatigue. Ray
Them knees, boy. Them knees.
Legendary-
Damn, them 12s was crazy.
Jumper occasionally faltered. But their pride
That bitch was brick as shit.
ain't fierce. They embodied veteran defiance, knowing that their window was closing but unwilling to concede easily. Out in Oklahoma City, a young, unheralded team was quietly emerging. Kevin Durant, barely old enough to buy a beer, captured his
That's crazy. Nigga couldn't buy a beer. They can get your ass 40.
first ever scoring title, elevating a previously ignored Thunder squad into a genuine playoff threat.
Paid down the lob, and there's the record. Kevin Durant has now put up more points in a single season than any player in franchise history.
Alongside Durant, Russell Westbrook
Damn.
brought raw intensity, and James Harden hinted at his vast potential. Very few outside of Oklahoma City took them seriously yet, but those who watched them closely recognized the storm gathering on the horizon. By midseason, the NBA showcased its explosive growth at All-Star Weekend, hosted at the Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. Over 100,000 fans gathered, transforming an exhibition
Yeah, you know
into
they
an
gonna do it big in
unprecedented
Dallas.
spectacle. Dwayne Wade dazzled winning All-Star Game MVP. Durant shone brightly. LeBron dominated. This weekend underscored basketball's evolution into something larger, a global phenomenon driven by individual charisma and entertainment. As spring arrived, playoff basketball transformed the season from an endurance race into a desperate
to him,
sprint
Kobe.
for survival. Oklahoma City pushed the Lakers to their absolute
thought, boy?
limit, serving notice that their time would soon come. The crowd in OKC was electrified, but the Lakers prevailed, narrowly avoiding disaster. In the East, Boston dismantled Miami. Despite Wade's breathtaking 46-point
look at that
performance in
footage,
Game 4,
boy. Good
it was
foot.
clear Miami's...
Boy, your ass is in the fetal position, gang. Get your ass up. What you got going?
was tired of fighting alone. Up north in Cleveland,
God.
tension boiled over against Boston in round 2. Game 5 would become infamous. A night that LeBron appeared distant and disengaged, scoring only 15 points as the...
Yeah, he was down bad, boy. That boy needed a haircut, all type of shit, boy.
fell into disarray. The Celtics closed them out soon after, sending shockwaves through the league. LeBron walked off.
Nah, they wasn't gonna beat that team. Not with that booty cheek team he had. Now LeBron was cold with the rest of them niggas, boy. Now it was gonna be Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo, and Garnett. No, sir. That was a championship
Jersey
team.
in hand, leaving an unsettling silence in his wake. Back out west, the Lakers navigated past Utah and faced Phoenix in the conference finals. Game 5 delivered an iconic moment.
Give me that moment.
Kobe's impossible fadeaway over Grant Hill, punctuated by a casual tap on Suns coach Alvin Gentry's back as the ball dropped through the net. The Lakers advanced, setting a stage
Yeah, Kobe was king petty, boy.
for a
Don't touch
rematch
me.
with their oldest rivals, the
I might have swung on you, gang.
Boston Celtics.
Fuck.
The
Fuck
2010
this-
NBA
fuck this
Finals
coaching job.
unfolded as a gritty, brutal affair. A relentless 7-game battle filled with bruises, heartbreak, and resilience. Both teams played with desperations, their legacies hanging in the balance. Game 7 was an ugly, exhausting slugfest. We saw Kobe struggle from the field, shooting just 6 for 24. But great players find other ways. He grabbed critical rebounds, attacked relentlessly, and willed his team to the brink of victory. And then came Ron Artest.
Buttermilk.
Once considered a liability, now hitting the biggest shot of his career, securing the Lakers championship. Los Angeles erupted in celebration. Kobe embraced all of his teammates, having secured his 5th title,
They
one
put
more
that
than
motherfucker
Shaq.
on 2K.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers of 2010.
Well, if y'all don't remember this, boy, y'all niggas ain't basketball fans, but shit, I love nostalgia.
For Boston, losing the 2010 finals shattered them. They had poured everything into that 7-game war. They led late in Game 7, but injuries, fatigue, and the absence of Kendrick Perkins caught up to them. For Garnett, Pierce, Allen, and Rondo, this wasn't just a loss. It was a stolen
These boys, them boys was a retirement home.
legacy. They had already beaten Kobe in 2008. Doing it again would have cemented them as a defining team of the era. That loss left a bitter taste they could never
Buttermilk.
truly wash out. For the Lakers, this wasn't just another banner. It was the culmination of a years-long climb back from the rubble of their early 2000s dynasty. After Shaq was traded and Phil Jackson briefly stepped away, the franchise plunged into disarray. Kobe Bryant
My boy Kobe had hair.
but he was left carrying a broken team and an unforgiving spotlight. He endured forgettable rosters, missed the playoffs, and faced relentless criticism, not just of his game, but of his leadership, his ego, his ability to win alone. But he never ran from that weight. When the right pieces finally arrived, Gasol's finesse, Bynum's size, Odom's versatility, Artest's chaos, Kobe shaped them into champions. The 2009 had proven that he could win without Shaq, but 2010 was something deeper. It became redemption.
He's got one more than Shaq.
The season's end brought individual
Damn, RP, GG, bro. That was a young GG. I don't like to see that.
accolades. LeBron claimed his 2nd straight MVP award. Tyreek Evans earned Rookie of the Year. Dwight Howard repeated his Defensive Player of the Year. Jamal
Bro, why Dwight Howard always trolling, bro? What's up with you?
Hey, yo.
Crawford won 6-man honors. Aaron Brooks received Most Improved Player, and Scott Brooks was recognized as the Coach of the Year.
Damn, he don't
Kobe's
even coach
5th ring
no
wasn't
more.
just a number, it was closure. It was proof that everything he'd endured, the isolation, the criticism, the years spent dragging average
Afro
teams through the
Kobe.
mud, had led to something that was entirely his.
Damn.
He had rewritten the narrative, finished the story on his own terms, and etched his name alongside the greatest to ever play.
Man.
This marked the 16th championship for the Lakers.
Right.
Just one.
That boy said, man, fuck that 6th one, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That shit tough. But shit, 5, I'm cool with. I ain't gonna lie, I'm cool with 5 too, nigga. Shit, fuck y'all, nigga. Get one, bitch ass nigga.
Of Boston, but in many ways, far more meaningful. It was the exorcism of 2008, the final act of a core that had clawed its way back to glory. For Phil Jackson, it was the final jewel in the crown, the perfect ending to the greatest coaching career the sport has ever seen. And for Kobe, it was the
Boy, niggas ain't pouring Gatorade on Phil, boy. That nigga mobbed out, boy. Phil, goddamn, and what's the other nigga, the Godfather nigga in Miami? shit. Or not Spolstra, whatever. You know the nigga name. Ain't no pouring no Gatorade on them niggas, boy, on God.
Great mountain that he would climb. He didn't know it at the time, but this would be his final championship. And when he reached the top, the Black Mamba struck one final time. Deadly, precise, and unforgettable. This wasn't just a win. It was revenge. It was legacy.
Bro.
It was everything.
No, he definitely had to get that get back for
Quick
losing.
side note, if you guys are enjoying
Nah.
it, come suddenly, sharply, and leave scars no one can
boy
see,
Wade-
but everyone can feel.
Wade might have been one of the best SGs in the game. It might be Wade. I don't know, bro. Wade is cold as hell. Who a better SG than Wade? Let me know.
The echoes of Kobe Bryant's 5th championship faded away. The NBA stood on the edge of one of those rare moments. A decision that would alter the...
Besides Kobe, I know niggas gonna be like, duh, Kobe. We just watch Kobe. I'm talking about, besides Kobe, who is a better SG than Dwayne Wade? I think Kobe #1 SG. But then besides that, who is better than Dwayne Wade? We all know Kobe is #1.
Forever. LeBron James, the hometown hero, had given Cleveland 7 seasons of brilliance, but no championships. 25 years old and already the face of the NBA,
Damn.
had the eyes of the sports world on him. Fans, teammates, former legends.
Boy, that shit was getting to him, boy. That nigga kept losing, boy. That nigga thought he was gonna be a loser, for real. He had to make some changes. That boy said, shit, we gotta set the play.
Waiting to hear where the league's most gifted player would write his next chapter. And then came...
It's tough watching all of this because, like, nobody knew what was going on. So to see kind of, like, the background of it and to know what's going to happen and, like, you know what I'm saying, the lead up and everything is definitely pretty cool. Because other than that, boy, ain't nobody know what was going on, what we was going to do.
Man, it's very
Niggas
tough.
knew he was gonna leave Cleveland,
In this fall, I'm
for
going to
sure.
take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
A calm sentence, delivered without malice.
Damn, I know some Cleveland fans, boy, like, oh my God, bro, we suck again. I mean, shit, y'all sucked with him. He was just a cold nigga, but shit. He gave him everything y'all got, boy. Y'all couldn't be mad at that, man. But they was still mad at that, man.
But in Cleveland, all hell broke loose.
Drag us through the mud for 7 years and stab us in the heart. He deserves everything he gets.
Bitch, y'all dragged him through the mud. Fuck is you talk about? He brought y'all weak ass niggas up. Don't you ever forget it.
I hope he never wins anything in Miami.
And it's crazy how ironic and how crazy how the tables turn. With LeBron was watching this shit. He was watching y'all goofies. Talking about he never wasn't shit. What'd he do? Y'all know what he did.
He is dead to me.
This wasn't just another free agency move. It was a seismic shift, a public...
I know what it was. That nigga lost a parlay. That nigga ain't had nothing to do with goddamn basketball. That nigga don't know shit about it. Boy, he lost a bet.
spectacle that changed how players viewed their own power. Miami already had Dwayne
They
Wade.
was geeked up. They already off the soft, boy. They was hype every game. I remember this. All white. Cocaina. Perico. White girl. Blanco. All dressed in white. Every home game. Lit. Dwayne Wade. LeBron James. Boy, if there wasn't coke and ecstasy in the building, I don't know. And there wasn't no fentanyl involved with that. Boy, it was good drug. Good high. Nigga was goddamn at the peak of euphoria.
A superstar who carried the Heat alone for years. They also quickly added Chris Bosh,
Screaming, look at
Toronto's
that.
versatile
Nigga
franchise
jumped in the air,
cornerstone.
gang.
The Heat transformed overnight into basketball's greatest
Nigga,
villain,
and
a
the
team
fans
built
is
on
going,
star
look at
power
the
and
fans.
boldness. Cleveland had invested everything in
booted.
LeBron. He was their native.
Bro, they was high every game, bro. This was a time to be alive, bro. The coke dealers, everybody was thriving. The police officers, everybody was making money. They arresting the coke dealers getting it off. You know what I'm saying? They selling it soft to the fans. The fans is goddamn geeked up about LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Bosh. So they coked out, spending all their money, goddamn, to go watch these niggas booting up. You feel what I'm saying? It was
The
a
chosen
cocaine
one.
era.
The promise of something more. And in that moment, it all turned to ash.
Oh, the team celebrations, bro. They had to bring them back, bro. They don't even do that shit no more. Niggas do weak ass emotes and shit, bro. Fuck y'all.
Victory was immediate. Dan Gilbert, the Cavaliers owner, published a scathing open letter within hours, calling LeBron selfish, and the decision was a cowardly betrayal.
And I would have wrote back capital letters SMD. You figure it out.
Read like the words of a man more wounded than angry. Fans didn't just lose a player, they lost belief. And while
Twitter.
Cleveland
Yeah, nigga, watch me win this championship on y'all. Nigga, fuck y'all.
mourned, Miami celebrated. This wasn't a
Hey, side note, that was my first jersey, low key, not the quitter shit, but this color LeBron, for sure was my first LeBron jersey, bruh. And I had some heat to go with it, and I had some forces to go with it. We did the all whites, and I had a pair of like Cleveland forces. Niggas would have thought I was a Cleveland fan. I just like
player.
LeBron.
They lost belief, and while Cleveland mourned, Miami celebrated. This wasn't a press conference.
Hell yeah,
It
they
was a
celebrate.
party.
Look at that, booted.
The newly
Off the
formed
booger
trio
sugar.
didn't hold back. They smiled, they flexed, they talked about rings. Not just one, not two,
Not 3.
That's cause the crowd, they was off that cocaine and got them hyped up. They knew it too, so they was just gaslighting them, bruh.
4. Not 5. Not 6. Not 7.
That celebration lit the fire that would follow them all season. The promise of dominance came off as arrogance,
Come
the
here,
showmanship
scat pat.
as
Where
mockery.
you going?
The Miami Heat became the most hated team in sports. But it wasn't just about hate. It was about power.
Bro, he was
LeBron,
dead,
Wade,
bro.
and Bosh hadn't
Did you-
just joined forces. They had chosen each other. No trades, no front office deal.
Bro, like, hey, bruh, it's time. Freaky ass niggas, bro. The only one that ain't suspect, and I ain't gonna lie, they up. LeBron, you might be a little suspect too, but all these niggas about to like boys the men looking at.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
They coordinated this themselves. It was the dawn of player empowerment.
Boys, the men
the
looking
first
at
visible
niggas.
crack in the
Come
old
here.
system.
Come
Every
here.
arena
Come
they
here.
visited was a battleground. Every mistake magnified.
Nigga running like a running back through that motherfucker, boy. Who's stopping that, bro? Nigga hit running back moves on these niggas.
Visible crack
Look
in
at
the
that.
old system.
Running back.
Every
running
arena
back.
they
Hit that
visited was
hole.
a battleground. Every
Touchdown.
mistake
Looking
magnified.
at
The Heat
this
weren't just
nigga
playing
here.
basketball.
Ah!
They were performing on a stage they had built
Look
themselves.
at this
And once the lights
touchdown.
came on,
Niggas out here playing foot basketball, bro. What the fuck, boy? D-Wade quarterback, LeBron James,
nowhere to
goddamn
hide.
receiver.
Teams scrambled to respond. The Chicago Bulls,
Yeet.
hungry to relive the glory days, quietly stacked their
Oh man, look at that. The deadly assassin, bruh. That nigga right there, bruh. He was dirt poor at Southside Chicago. Grim Reaper on him. Probably lost some homies. Probably shot at some niggas. Probably robbed some niggas. Boy, prevailed all the outcomes you can prevail.
around a rising star named Derrick Rose. The Lakers stayed mostly
Him.
intact, confident in
Him.
their championship core. While
Ooh. Boy, niggas was off that soft because you know about Lamar Odom. He was on that crack for sure.
the rising
Boy, look
star
at
named
that. That
Derrick
was a
Rose.
crack
The
move.
Lakers stayed mostly
Crack
intact,
move.
confident in their championship core.
Dimesies.
While Boston added former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, this was a wild era. Boy,
But
couldn't
hungry
even
for
jump.
one final ring. The draft passed quietly compared to
Uh-oh.
LeBron's decision. But Kentucky guard John Wall brought new excitement to
John
the Washington Wizards,
Wall!
symbolizing fresh
Oh, hit the Dougie. My Dougie? My
for a
Dougie.
franchise in
Watch
desperate
me do
need of
my
it.
Dougie.
From opening
My
night,
Dougie.
Miami felt the weight of the target they'd willingly placed on their backs. Every arena greeted them with hostility. Every loss celebrated like a championship by opposing
Come on
fans.
now.
Chemistry wasn't immediate. Egos clashed. Goals were absurd, and early struggles drew relentless criticism.
Uh-oh.
Yet slowly, behind Wade's leadership and LeBron's relentless talent, they found their rhythm
Dang.
and they started to dominate. In Chicago, Derrick Rose was playing out of his
Buttermilk.
mind. He dazzled crowds nightly, slicing through defenses with breathtaking explosiveness. His humility and fierce competitiveness won over a basketball world tired of off-court drama,
Whoa.
positioning the Bulls at the top of the East.
See?
Meanwhile,
62 and 20. Boy, they were out there giving belt the ass. Come here. Belt. Why you being bad? They were whooping ass. 50. God damn, that boy was not playing.
Los Angeles,
Peak
Kobe Bryant and the
basketball.
Lakers pursued a three-peat,
Bean
battling
time.
fatigue and injuries. Kobe knew that every
Bean
game
time.
counted, sensing that the league was
Yeet.
changing beneath his feet.
Booming on shit. Boy, what this is, 2011? Booming on shit.
Lakers pushed forward, formidable, yet weary. The aging Celtics stubbornly
Ooh,
defied
buttermilk.
critics again.
This was my team. I ain't gonna lie. You fuck niggas up with the Boston Celtics, bruh. Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. I like Ray Allen game. He got that slow nigga game, you know, pivot, jumper. You know, goddamn, they had a squad. KG, defense. Boy, they just had a squad. Boy, that was my 2K team.
His knees screamed in protest. Pierce moved a bit slower, and Allen struggled with inconsistency. Yet their pride
Not on
propelled
2K.
them forward.
Buttermilk.
This felt like their final chance. Every possession mattered deeply. Across the country, a promising Oklahoma City squad matured before everyone's eyes.
Right side angle, 3 for 3. And the win is on.
What the fuck you thought? Ball game, butter, boy. Hey, back the fuck up now. Nigga just want to kiss his mama. Nigga trying to get that nigga a kiss. Hey, yo.
Durant's calm dominance continued. Westbrook's explosive unpredictability blossomed into brilliance, and a young James Harden started showing flashes of future stardom. They were no longer
Future stardom, boy, became a damn damn near third, fourth best SG of all time.
Novelty, they were a real threat. All-Star Weekend was back in Los Angeles with Blake Griffin finally healthy. And in case you don't believe me,
jumping over Kias,
jumped
nigga.
over a literal Kia, signaling that the Clippers, long overshadowed
I ain't gonna lie,
by the
gang.
Lakers.
I still feel some type of way about this, bruh.
All-Star Weekend was back
Is
in
this
Los
tough
Angeles
or
with
no?
Blake Griffin finally healthy. And in case you
Like,
don't,
bro, is this tough? Let me know, bro. Like, why they ain't scoot that bitch up a little bit? I get it, like, not full hood or full sunroof. Just a little bit more, bro. Jump over the mirror type shit, bro. You jumped over the hood, gang. Whoa, that Menaville shit, boy. Like, goddamn, boy. Damn, you jumped over the hood, boy.
he jumped over a literal Kia, signaling that the Clippers, long overshadowed by the Lakers, might finally emerge.
That was just some shit for, like, Kia promo and shit. Now niggas out here getting their Kias stolen and shit. But, yeah, that's a different subject.
Shadows, but it was still Kobe who walked away with the All-Star MVP award. The playoffs arrived, and the Heat silent skeptics, crushing Philadelphia easily.
Boy, you created some motherfucking legends, boy. Shout out to you, Kobe, Kyrie, all the proteges under you, my nigga. Salute. Look at my boy Rondo, boy, one of my favorite PGs too. Don't forget about him. He one of them, boy.
And defeating their rival Celtics in a series filled with emotional intensity. As Boston left the floor,
You coaching like shit, boy. Like, literally, bro. We thought you was a good coach. Look at my boy Delonte in the cut, man. What happened? They said Delonte ain't have a job, bro. This nigga was high. Oh, man.
it's a quiet realization. Their window shut by the very super team model they'd inadvertently helped inspire. Back
what you yelling at, nigga?
Chicago, they were being led by Rose's relentless spirit. They convincingly ran through Indiana and Atlanta. When the Bulls finally
that was easy money.
Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals, the showdown felt
Ain't no easy money. I mean, Derrick Rose was giving them good work, though. I ain't gonna lie.
a collision of a team built on chemistry and grit against one built on star power. Game 1 belonged to Rose in Chicago, but Miami adjusted swiftly. Wade and LeBron suffocated the Bulls defensively, attacking relentlessly, ultimately overwhelming Rose, who played heroically but alone. Miami took the series in 5 hard-fought games, securing their
Damn, nigga hugging that nigga like a goddamn. Chill up on me, nigga.
in the NBA Finals. Now let's head back out west. Dallas defied expectations. Dirk Nowitzki played like a man rewriting his own narrative, lifting a veteran Mavericks team past Portland, sweeping Kobe's Lakers in stunning fashion, highlighted by a Mother's Day massacre in Game 4, and overpowering a young explosive Thunder team that simply wasn't ready yet. The finals arrived with everyone expecting Miami's victory, but Dirk had carried scars from 2006, when these same Heat crushed his dreams. He refused to live through that nightmare again. Miami took a commanding 2-1 lead, yet something shifted in Game 4. LeBron James, under relentless pressure, shrunk from the moment. Dirk Nowitzki,
damn, bro, they did you like that.
playing through illness,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This was my graduation year, goddamn. Shit, what a time to be alive, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was fucking with this team for sure. I got a Dirk jersey.
injury, and exhaustion
The LeBron James Slayer.
elevated his game, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot. In Game 6, Dallas completed the redemption. Dirk, overcome with emotion, ran straight to the locker room, weeping privately as years of heartbreak lifted from his shoulders. Jason Kidd, after decades of near misses, finally grasped his elusive championship.
Man.
LeBron collapsed under pressure, especially in fourth quarters.
Man.
He was completely outshined by Dirk Nowitzki's poise and will. The Heat's arrogance, highlighted by their preseason celebration, blew up in their faces. And the world...
They said, we'll let y'all get that one. That's cool. Boy, them boys went to the lab and worked so hard. I know they did. Because that next season, boy, was insane.
Watching them
And
fail.
you about to see
it wasn't just a loss. It was a public unraveling. But that defeat ultimately humbled LeBron.
Yep, dissing. Sneak dissing. Right here, the boys had the flu. I think it was Dirk and somebody else. And these boys was hating before the game. Caught it on camera, boy. Them boy bust y'all ass.
He shaped the team's mindset and laid the emotional foundation for everything they would eventually become.
This shit's so dramatic.
Nowitzki's 2007
Shout out to Dirk, bro. You deserve that shit for it.
championship wasn't just major. It was sacred. It was the kind of ring that redefined legacies and healed a franchise's deepest wound.
Definitely had to get your get back for sure.
For Dirk, it erased the stain of 2006. That finals collapse against Miami that branded him as soft, overrated,
Damn, they called him soft.
and not built for the moment. For 5 years, he carried that failure like a scar. But in
Damn.
2011, he didn't run from it. He walked
5 years is crazy, boy. You know he wanted that get back with a as soon as he heard he was getting in the finals, boy was soaking at the mouth. Pause.
Straight back into the fire and beat the same franchise, the same star, and on an even bigger stage. He also didn't do it with a super team. He did it with a group of veterans that have been doubted just as much as he had. Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Sean Marion, Tyson Chandler.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, they put your ass on a poster though, boy. That championship was worth it though, but shit, that highlight, boy, can't delete that.
No second star, no shortcuts, just trust, toughness.
What's crazy is that championship solidified Kid in a coaching job, which is insane.
And execution. For Dallas, this was redemption. The Mavericks had been labeled pretenders for a decade. Regular season powerhouses who folded under pressure. But in 2011, they flipped that narrative on its head. They swept the two-time defending champion Lakers, they closed out OKC, and then they took down LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, all in their prime. That ring wasn't just a title. It was proof that loyalty still mattered, that perseverance still had a place in the league tilting towards instant gratification. It was the ultimate underdog moment. And for Dirk and Dallas, it meant everything.
We're the best team that was out there, and it feels amazing.
If you want to hear more about Dirk's legendary career, you're in luck, because our last video is exactly that. Now for the awards. Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in history, capturing hearts nationwide. Blake Griffin won Rookie of the Year. Dwight Howard won Best Defensive Player. Lamar Odom earned 6-man honors. Kevin Love became Most Improved. Tom Thibodeau was Coach of the Year.
Damn, that don't even look like Kevin Love, bro. These niggas here. He gained a lot more weight, got bigger. Boy, Thibodeau, boy, you got crazy big too. You look, I don't know, bro.
Shaquille O'Neal, the league's most dominant player ever, also retired at the end of this season.
I'm announcing my retirement from professional basketball. It is now time for me to begin my new life. For real? You want me to come up and apply for the New York Knicks general manager job? Okay, sure. I'll be up right after the press conference. Okay, sure. Thank you.
This year was a defining moment in NBA history. A clash between the league's evolving identity and the values that had long defined it, reshaping how stars controlled their careers and how fans viewed the idea of loyalty. The Heat became the league's most polarizing force, but it was Dirk Nowitzki and the battle-tested Mavs who delivered the season's lasting legacy. It was a reminder that experience, sacrifice, and resilience could still triumph over hype. In one unforgettable year, the league's future took shape, but its soul stayed intact. The league was evolving fast, but for this season, it was loyalty that stood the tallest.
Yeah, that's hard. The year of loyalty.
The NBA season was supposed to start in October, but the courts were quiet.
This was shit
Arenas were dark. The league was locked out. For 5 long months, owners and players bickered in boardrooms while fans waited in silence. The entire season hung by a thread. Well, finally, a deal was struck.
It seems as if the NBA lockout is about to come to an end.
After 15 hours of negotiating,
like, hell yeah,
the sides
cha-ching,
hammered out a
you about to
deal
get
at
paid.
3
Fuck you
a.m.
talking about?
Eastern time. Billy Hunter and David Stern came out to break the good news.
And on Christmas Day 2011, the lights flickered back on. Basketball was back, but it
My
came
boy
with a
Curry.
price. What followed wasn't a typical season. It was a condensed, chaotic sprint. 66 games in 4 months. Fatigue became a permanent part of the game. Depth mattered, preparation vanished, and the cracks started to show early on. Kyrie Irving was selected first overall by the Cavs.
Oh my God. He became one of them ones. 2012.
And the cracks started to show early on. Kyrie Irving was selected first overall by the Cavaliers, a smooth, electrifying point guard. At 11, the Warriors found sharpshooter Klay Thompson. 4 picks later, the Spurs landed Kawhi Leonard. And at pick 30, the Bulls unearthed Jimmy Butler. Even Isaiah...
Bro, this motherfucking class is loaded. Oh my God, bro.
is taken dead last at 60, would defy all odds later in this video. Kicking off the 2011-2012 season in Miami, the air felt heavier. The sting of the previous year's collapse hadn't faded. LeBron James returned slimmer, sharper, and colder. Gone was the grinning showman from year...
Slimmer, sharper, and colder. Boy, your ad went from goddamn like probably 200, I don't know, 215 to 200. Boy, moving crazy.
In his place stood a man possessed by the weight of expectations. The Heat played like a team on a mission, not for redemption, but for silence.
Oh, he does it again. Throws it right up to the rim. James comes flying in from the right.
Hey, that's how you know winning a championship is hard, boy. You talking about this tall 6'10" nigga, this 6'9" nigga, and this cold 6'5" nigga, however tall he is, bro. And these niggas still ain't win. They only won like 2 out of whatever.
Out west, Oklahoma City was beginning to crackle with something dangerous. Kevin Durant's jumper looked effortless. Russell Westbrook's chaos was becoming controlled. James Harden was no longer just a spark. He was a weapon. The Thunder weren't building towards something. They were already here, and people were starting to feel it. In Chicago, Derrick Rose still danced. He moved like music, graceful
Bro,
and
he was
explosive
lit,
in equal
bro.
measure. The Bulls were deep, focused, and driven by a singular goal.
nigga so
Rose,
fast.
the
Bro,
reigning
he was
MVP,
lit.
bore the weight of an entire city's belief. They weren't just a threat, they were the blueprint. And then
Bam.
came February. The Knicks were broken.
Sheesh.
Injuries, dysfunction, disappointment. Madison Square Garden was a graveyard.
Damn.
But on February 4th, a kid named Jeremy Lin came in off the bench. Nobody noticed. Then he scored 25 points, made a couple headlines, then 28. SportsCenter had a segment of him, then 38 against the Lakers. Game winners, dimes, finesse. And just
bro.
like that, a sleeping giant awoke. Lin's sanity wasn't just a moment, it was a miracle. It was the reminder that basketball still had room for its magic.
Lin's sanity continues.
Look at them numbers, boy. They try to like discredit because goddamn like Utah, New Jersey, Washington. It's always gonna be butt teams until they get somebody good. These are still good numbers, but 36-7 against the Lakers, they was like, hold on, wait a minute.
Madison Square Garden.
Down south in San Antonio, Greg Popovich was ignoring the chaos. He rested stars, ignored outrage, and
Bro, Timmy bringing the ball up, bro. To me, the best power forward of all time. But, you know, I argue with your mama. I don't know who y'all think it is, but I'm fucking with Tim Duncan.
games like nothing had changed. Tim Duncan aged like stone, unmoved, unbothered, and unbreakable. The Spurs weren't loud, but they were lethal. And the Lakers, still Kobe's team, still running.
I hit that fadeaway on 2K, bro.
Fumes and pride. No Phil Jackson, no finesse. Just Kobe, night after night, doing more than he should have to. Back in Boston, the window was closing.
Buttermilk.
Pierce still hit big shots. Kevin Garnett still screamed. Ray Allen still glided off screens. But the legs were heavier, the nights longer. The run they built their legacies on was nearing its end, and they knew it. The 2012 NBA All-Star Game MVP was Kevin Durant, who dropped 36 points down in Orlando. As the season barreled towards the playoffs, every game felt like it carried more weight. Fatigue crept into every locker room.
Come on now. This ain't y'all favorite era?
Barrel towards the playoffs. Every game felt like it carried more weight.
This ain't y'all
Fatigue
favorite
crept into
era?
every
Come
locker
on
room.
now, bro. Who doing this? Who the fuck is doing this right now, bro? Just let me know.
Role players became saviors. Injuries redefined destinies. April arrived.
Look at that, bro. No look over the head.
The postseason
Ow.
began. The
Killer
margin for
Fareed.
error was gone. What followed wasn't
Off the baseline, bro.
bracket. It was a gauntlet. And what it revealed was quite simple. The league was changing, but the fight still mattered way more than the hype. Let's start with Chicago.
Did y'all see that
The
button?
number one seed. They opened their series against Philadelphia with confidence. But in the closing minutes of game one, Derrick Rose went up for a routine hop step, then crumbled to the floor.
Rose came down bad.
Damn, bro. Imagine I think about this so much because I fuck with D Rose heavy. I remember when this happened, bro. Oh my God. What if he never hit that pro hop? It probably was going to happen sometime eventually. But damn, bro.
It was
I always
changing,
think about
but
that.
the fight still mattered way more than the hype. Let's start with
Look at this,
Chicago,
bro.
the number one seed. They
He
opened their
never hit
series
that
against
pro hop,
Philadelphia
and he
with
was already jumping crazy, so he was just aggravating it. But it was just like Thibodeau, bro. The game over. He should have been out the game.
confidence. But in the closing minutes of game one,
Look, game is over, bro. Philly's not coming back. 87-99, bro. Philly is not coming back, bro. He should have not been in this game, bro. And what time? Yeah, so
Derrick Rose
at
went
this
up for a
point,
routine hop step.
another point guard should have been in. I don't know. I feel like it was one of them things that was bound to happen. Like, he was going to happen. It was going to happen regardless. But the timing of it was very bad. And another point guard should have been in. Derrick Rose shouldn't have been in this game. He should have been preparing for the next.
Then crumbled to the floor.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See
It
him?
was like the worst, bro. 116 left. Nigga tore his ACL at 116 left, bro. This shit crazy, bro. So your replacement, bro, only played a few minutes anyway.
Holding on to his knee. Holding on to his knee and down.
Derrick Rose's injury wasn't just devastating. It was senseless. With the Bulls up 12 and just over a minute left in
I
game
just
one
said
against
that.
the 8-seeded 76ers, the win was all but sealed. There was no reason for Rose, Chicago's franchise savior, the reigning MVP, to still be on the floor. And yet, he was. Just like
They don't care, bro. That's what make business wicked, bro. Just because he makes a certain amount of money or want to make the money or whatever the case is, he on the floor. Man, fuck the money, bro. We in the fucking playoffs, bro. Let's get this next game. Let's worry about the next game. I did what I had
Bulls
to
title's hopes had evaporated, and the brightest young star in the league was gone. It wasn't just a basketball loss. It felt like something sacred had been stolen from basketball fans around the world. But
he did a lot of jumping, too. Like, that jump pass, that was, like, his signature shit, too. Did a lot of jump passing. So, it just probably, it made it happen the next game. But, shit. He shouldn't have been in that game.
Playoffs marched on. The energy had shifted. Miami pushed past the Knicks, then faced the Indiana Pacers team that refused to back down. In Game 4, with the Heat down 2-1 and Chris Bosh sidelined, LeBron delivered one of his most complete playoff performances ever. 40 points, 18 rebounds, 9 assists.
Whoa. I definitely remember the performance. I never remember the stat line, but goddamn, this is a crazy stat line.
Brought them back from the brink.
This boy ran this decade. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, he's gonna be talking a lot about LeBron in this decade. This is kind of prime LeBron.
And closed the door. Meanwhile, Boston's veteran core summoned every ounce of its old magic. They outlasted Atlanta. They broke down Philadelphia in a brutal 7-game slugfest. The Big Three was refusing to grow old. They weren't dominant, but they were dangerous. The Eastern Conference Finals brought it all together. Celtics versus Heat. Old blood versus...
That's we got Rondo, Allen, Pierce, Bass. Bass is the nigga they just, and that wasn't it for me.
New order.
Bass on LeBron, like, come on now. They don't even really got nobody, bro. Where is Bosh? Who the fuck is Ronnie Turiaf? I remember him, but it's like, where is Bosh at during this?
Took a 3-2 lead after Game 5, and Miami looked stunned. The momentum had flipped. The critics were sharpening their knives, and then came...
You see it.
Bruh.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This nigga might commit a homicide, bro. Like, y'all might just want to let this nigga win type shit.
6. LeBron James walked into TD Garden with a vacant stare. No smile, no emotion, just a mission.
That nigga about to kill some shit.
He delivered 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in one of the coldest, most locked-in performances the league has ever seen.
Damn, that spin was fast, and he's still on that pivot.
That night wasn't just a game. It was...
Look at that. Locked in.
Reckoning. Every doubt, every headline, every whisper, LeBron burned them all.
I just go out and just do what I've been taught, and that's to play at a high level and have fun with it.
That boy zooted off something, boy. That on that focus juice. He dropped that shit.
At the end of the day,
secret juice.
I won't regret anything. If I know I played hard and I gave it my all, I won't regret anything, no matter the outcome. And
cause he know, boy, that nigga said, ain't nobody fucking with me, bruh. All I gotta do is just play hard, you big running back, wide receiver, linebacker, motherfucker.
That's where I've been this whole season.
The Heat took Game 7, and Boston's window...
Damn, that's a big-ass dude.
...finally slammed shut.
Damn.
Let's go out west. Oklahoma's...
LeBron had to retire them niggas, boy. He said, get out.
...was growing up fast. After dispatching Dallas and dismantling the Lakers, they stared down the Spurs. San Antonio had won 20 straight and went up 2-0 in the series. But the Thunder stormed back.
Was so fucking cold.
Sorry. Durant closed Game 6 with poise beyond his ears, dropping 34 points to send OKC to their first ever finals. The stage was set. Thunder versus Heat. The future versus the moment. Game 1 went to Oklahoma.
Hey, I like that future versus the moment. And KD, and I was fucking with KD, man. I wanted them to goddamn... I did want them to get this one. I ain't gonna lie. I thought LeBron was cake. They had lost to Dallas, but I was wrong.
Durant was flawless, but that was the last game.
Man, the world loved Durant before this series, before this playoffs, before this finals. The world absolutely loved Durant. No, this is when the world still loved Durant. I'm tripping.
LeBron didn't put up gaudy numbers every night. He didn't need to.
But y'all know why the world hate Durant, man. And then lost to his ops.
Instead, he controlled the pace. He dictated the tone. He played with patience.
That shit crazy. 11 made shots, 1 missed. Boy was on that. Boy, he was so focused. when you want to say focus, just show somebody this. Show somebody LeBron playoff shot chart 2012.
Precision and purpose. In Game 5, Mike Miller hit 7 threes on one good leg. Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers, and even Norris Cole had their moments. The Heat played with unity, with clarity. When the final buzzer sounded...
Damn, yeah, that's when hurt KD, because he was like, damn, I finally got there. That boy was real sad. And it broke up a dynasty, too, because, you know, this booty-chasing nigga in the middle, this, you know, the one chased the huz, went down to the city of the H. My boy Westbrook stayed. They stayed and thugged it out, but shit. Durant knew at this moment I ain't gonna be able to do this much longer.
Confetti reigned in Miami. LeBron James, after 9 seasons, 2 MVPs, and one unforgettable collapse, was finally...
2012, that nigga finally got his first ring, bro. That nigga goddamn worked hard for it. Niggas had to retire, goddamn, but it's all good, though, bro. Nigga got his first taste of blood. Once he got it, nigga never looked back.
Champion. He held the trophy with both hands, then looked up and exhaled. For LeBron James, that 2012 championship wasn't just a ring. It was a release. After years of being labeled a choker, after the decision, after the finals collapse against Dallas, he had heard every insult, every doubt, every question about whether he had it.
I'm an NBA champion. Nobody can ever take...
That boy right there, boy, couldn't wait to do that shit. That nigga dreamed about it, how he was gonna do it, everything, bruh. I mean, he the type of nigga, he was supposed to have been the champion a long time ago, but shit, hey, you do it, get it how you live, bro. That shit ain't easy as you thought, huh, playboy?
This title was his answer. It wasn't about dominance. It wasn't about control. LeBron had learned how to win, not just statistically, but emotionally. He didn't run from the moment. He dictated it. That trophy was proof that he could carry the weight of it.
Yeah, that boy, that, because 2011, look what it did to your mid, boy. You damn near a bald, gang. You might as well should have let it go right there.
Expectation and still rise. For the Miami Heat, it was validation. The entire super team experiment, the fireworks and promises, had finally delivered. Pat Riley's gamble paid off. Eric Spoelstra proved that he belonged as a head coach.
Niggas be ready to kiss, boy.
Wade ceded control. Bosch sacrificed stats. The role players rose.
They better not, boy. Bosch tripped the fuck out, boy. Niggas' true colors started coming out when that alky hit.
The Heat were no longer just villains. They were champions.
It's about damn time.
Bro. That boy cheesing like goddamn, he goddamn on his Christmas, ain't it, Ron?
About damn time.
Now, for the Thunder, this was the beginning of the end. Durant.
Boy, niggas dressed like they from California, ain't it? You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. Jerk. Looking
Westbrook and Harden were still kids, still smiling, still believing there were
damn, bro. Mama
chances.
Shout
behind the
mom,
scenes.
Man. He ain't had to cry, bro. It's all good. But that nigga love basketball like that. When you cry, you know what I'm saying? It's because you love the game, bro. I feel
Things were looming.
Shit, heartbreak.
And for the season's awards, LeBron James won MVP. Kyrie Irving won Rookie of the Year.
Oh, bro, this nigga rookie year was so insane.
Tyson Chandler got Defensive Player.
Yeah.
James Harden won Sixth Man. Most Improved went to Ryan Anderson. And Coach of the Year was to Greg Popovich.
Hard one. Fuck with that 6 man. That boy said, boy, I am a starter, bro. I need to go and lead my team.
This season was a storm of urgency, emotion, and transformation.
Nigga just jumped over gang, bro. No, you don't see him in the NBA no more.
Pressed by a lockout and fueled by desperation, it delivered some of the most unforgettable moments in modern NBA history. Linsanity's magic, Rose's heartbreaking fall, LeBron's redemption, and the rise of a Thunder team that felt like the future. It was the season where legacy shifted, windows closed, and the game itself began to evolve. Through chaos and pressure, the league crowned a new king. And in doing so, reminded the world that greatness isn't given, it's earned.
World champ. Read my face.
That boy there, boy, he was a little something, a little off about him, boy. Okay, read your face. Big champion. Can't take it from you.
The 2012-2013 season began without a lockout, but the intensity didn't ease up. The league was in full...
What we gonna do? Remember last season? And then goddamn, we might part 2 it, part 3 it, however it go. But we just gonna goddamn do this last season right here.
Social media was no longer just a slideshow.
I mean, in the Twitter era.
It was now the stage.
By the way, this nigga still uses Twitter till this day, and we are in 2025. That tweet says 2010. 15 years later, this nigga still using Twitter, bro. Shoot or shoot.
Twitter had become the pulse of the NBA, shaping narratives, fueling rivalries, and turning every big moment into a viral sensation within
Why, bro?
seconds. The sport wasn't just evolving on the court, it was mutating in real time, in front of millions of screens. Draft night brought rookies like Damian Lillard and Anthony Davis. They both...
Damian Lillard, one of my favorite point guards, too.
Something to prove and a future to claim. Now, onto the hardwood. The Miami Heat had tasted blood. LeBron James had shed the burden of doubt with his first ring. And now, he played like a man unburdened.
This the season they was playing like animals. Last season, they was playing more reserved, more focused, trying to get it. This season, they ain't give a fuck. They champions now. It's time to wild out.
Expectation was gone. The fear of failure, erased. The Heat ripped through the league with terrifying confidence. LeBron was playing the best basketball of his life. Dominant, efficient, and ruthless. His foot was on the gas from day one. Miami's biggest challenger out east came from a place no one expected, New York. The Knicks, led by rejuvenated Carmelo Anthony, looked like a team finally ready to live up to the hype. J.R. Smith found rhythm as a spark plug scorer, and Jason Kidd's veteran leadership kept the wheels from falling off. Madison Square Garden roared back to life. For the first time in a decade, the Knicks mattered again. Now, in Boston, something was breaking. Ray Allen was gone, having joined the rival Heat in a move that stung worse than any loss.
Oh, I forgot. I mean, I remember like he was on the Heat, but this might have been the move that inspired KD.
Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce were still warriors, still barking and battling, but the foundation was cracked. Age, injuries, and father time caught up. Everyone could feel it. The Bulls had Derrick Rose sidelined for the entire year, and the absence was deafening. Chicago still fought though, but their heart wasn't whole. How about we take a trip down to Brooklyn? The New Jersey Nets were no more. They moved, rebranded, and reloaded with Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, and Brooke Lopez. Jay-Z was...
By the way, almost the worst revamp of all time, I would say. Like, they ain't did shit since the revamp. That's the only reason I say that.
Not me.
These boys had Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, James Harden. Now, mind you, it was a lot of fuckery going on, but a team like that, you thinking championships, that's how I tell you how hard it is to get one.
The rapper. I'm just a guy that thinks if you're still watching, you should drop a like and subscribe. Okay, I'm sorry. The black and white jerseys were sleek, but something felt off. The hype was real, but the chemistry wasn't. Out west, the Thunder was still surging. Durant was unstoppable. Westbrook relentless. Harden was... Wait. He was gone.
He was gone.
In a shocking preseason trade, Oklahoma City dealt James Harden to Houston for what amounted to cap relief and depth. The move stunned the league. Just months removed from a finals appearance, the Thunder had split their young core before it could truly peak. And in Houston, Harden exploded. Freed from the six-man role, he became a superstar overnight.
Very first game.
James Harden. His game was crafty, efficient, and impossible to guard. He turned the Rockets into a playoff team and himself into the face of a franchise.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This should have made a lot of y'all basketball fans, because this nigga had a outer body experience with the Rockets, bro. He turned into some shit nobody ever thought he could be.
San Antonio, meanwhile, was quiet.
The entire fuck. He just passed that bitch through that nigga legs, bro.
Into a playoff team and himself into the face of a franchise.
Whoa, bro, that was a crazy dive.
San Antonio, meanwhile, was quietly perfecting the art of sustainability. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker weren't just holding on, they were thriving. Kawhi Leonard, now in his second year, was starting to bloom. The Spurs didn't make noise, they made statements.
I noticed, I was like, yeah, he was one of them ones.
Were the Lakers. In what looked like a dream on paper, LA formed a super team. Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, and Pau Gasol. On media day, it felt like a coronation. But from the start, something was wrong. Nash got hurt, Dwight didn't mesh, the defense fell apart, and Kobe, he did everything. Too much. He willed that team forward with one last vintage season.
Why, bro? Why y'all
pushing his body past the brink, and in April, it snapped. A torn Achilles. He still walked to the free throw line and drained both shots, but the Lakers' dream was officially over. Chris Paul claimed All-Star Game MVP, but the spotlight was focused elsewhere. This was LeBron's league now. He and the Heat had rattled off 27 straight wins, the second longest streak in NBA history. It wasn't just winning, it was dominance without apology. LeBron was named MVP again, his 4th overall. Miami looked inevitable, but nothing in the NBA is ever promised. The
big highlight tape at him.
Began with heartbreak. The Lakers are swept. The Thunder lost Westbrook to injury, and without him, Durant couldn't carry them alone.
Ooh, Patrick Beverly. This is why they had that beef, bruh. This is a crazy.
The Lakers are swept. The Thunder lost.
Ran dead into, but honestly, in all fairness, it don't look like Patrick. He was going for the ball, and it don't. I mean, he hit his knee, but you can see him going for the ball.
To injury, and without him, Durant couldn't carry them alone. The Knicks ran.
It was an unnecessary play. I don't think he should have did that, but yeah, that shit. First injury of Russell's career. You know that nigga gonna ever remember him.
Indiana's brick wall of a defense. Memphis stunned everyone by knocking out the Clippers. And Chicago, running on fumes, took a game off Miami, but not much more.
Chalmers, great save across the Wade. Wade, layup, and got it up and in. Miami will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
By the time the finals arrived, it was Miami versus San Antonio. What followed was one of the greatest NBA finals of all time. 7 games, high drama, and brilliant execution. Game 6, the ropes are out, the trophy was in the tunnel, and then...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really thought Spurs had this one in the bag. Spoiler alert. They motherfucking did it.
James catches, puts up the trade. Won't go. Rebound.
Guess what?
Box.
Guess what?
Back out to Allen. Tactical nuke incoming.
You feel me?
Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
The Spurs had to watch that trophy being put.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, boy. Them boys, they brought out that shit. It was getting spooky for the motherfucking Heat. They brought out the goddamn trophy shit for the Spurs, boy. It was looking scary.
Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
The Spurs had to watch that trophy being pushed out of their locker room after collapsing in overtime. And then came Game 7. LeBron's legacy hanging in the balance. LeBron dropped 37 points. Shane Battier hit 6 threes. The Heat survived, and the Spurs collapsed just inches short of glory.
The 2013 NBA championship resides once again in Miami.
For the Spurs, this ending was cruel. Everything they had built, years of sacrifice.
Tim about to spaz out, boy. Damn, they're about to kill somebody.
And trust had led to this moment. They had played nearly flawless basketball, outsmarted their opponents, and come within inches of glory. But the game can be merciless. What this season gave them wasn't closure, it was a scar. One that would stay with them, shape them, and quietly set the stage for something greater. This ring meant everything to Miami's core because it almost didn't happen. For LeBron, it was survival. Validation all over again. The 2013 finals pushed him to the brink mentally and physically. After Ray Allen's miracle shot in Game 6, LeBron knew there was no more lifelines. In Game 7, he had to be legendary.
So good.
And he was.
To the end, man.
To the last second.
To the last second.
To the last man.
To the last man.
This second title silenced any lingering doubt. It wasn't just great anymore. He was historic.
Boy, that chin strap bogus as hell. I'm sorry.
Ring proved that he could win under maximum pressure against the dynasty with everything on the line. For Wade, it was personal. His body was failing him. His knees were breaking, but he still delivered big moments, especially in games 4 and 7. This wasn't 2006 Wade carrying the team. This was the evolution of a star learning to sacrifice and still show up when it mattered most. It was a reminder that he was still elite, still clutch, still a pillar of the Heat's success.
We had to give everything we had, and we did it. I ain't got nothing left.
For Bosh, it was redemption. He was ridiculed more than anyone in the Big Three. Called soft, laughed at in memes, and used as a scapegoat.
I mean, the nigga did pour champagne in his mouth, but shit.
Series hung in the balance. He secured the offensive rebound that saved their season. Then blocked Danny Green's shot in overtime. This title validated his role, not just as a third option, but as a champion. For the Heat, it was the peak of their identity. They weren't just a super team anymore. They were a brotherhood forged through adversity. Back-to-back titles.
Niggas was doing mannequin challenges, dance challenges. They need to show that, but he probably
solidified themselves as one of the great teams of the modern era, and it gave their critics nowhere left to run. The Heat were officially a dynasty. The awards of this season told the story. LeBron won his 4th MVP. Damian Lillard earned Rookie of the Year. Marc Gasol took Defensive Player of the Year. J.R. Smith won 6-man. Most Improved to Paul George. And Coach of the Year went to George Karl after leading Denver to 57 wins.
How the hell Paul George get a most improved and then go back to declining? Oh, I mean, never mind. He did break his leg, bro. I forgot. Nigga snapped this shit in half. Okay, back to the video.
Legends like Rasheed Wallace, Jason Kidd, and Grant Hill finally stepped away.
Damn.
The old guard was leaving. The future was in motion.
Damn.
This season was a storm. LeBron stood at the height of his powers. The Spurs came within seconds of rewriting history, and a new generation began to rise with fury. The difference between immortality and devastation was a single rebound and a
Ho, ho, ho.
single shot. This wasn't just basketball. It was a war for greatness.
Everybody was just hugging, telling everybody we love them, man. And, you know, that's what it's about.
The summer of 2013 didn't bring fireworks, no league-altering trades or shocking signings, but it did usher in a growing sense of urgency. LeBron James and the Miami Heat were two-time champions now, aiming for a third straight. The league hadn't seen a three-peat since Kobe and Shaq. The air around Miami felt tense, almost suffocating. Every arena they walked into, they were hunted. Brooklyn went all in, trading for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce in a block.
Weak-ass trade. I ain't gonna hold you.
Move meant to bring instant credibility. The Celtics had to let go of their past. The Nets were gambling their future. It was an
2014 season.
experiment wrapped in risk, one that looked better on paper than on the hardwood. The 2013 NBA draft gave us fresh faces with futures yet to be defined.
Where he at though? Nigga ain't nowhere to be found.
Anthony Bennett was taken first overall by the Cavs, an immediate shock that would soon spiral into a cautionary tale. But lower in the draft, Giannis
That shit crazy. Niggas passed up on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
An unknown prospect from Greece was
my boy Giannis is a rider, boy. That nigga was holding the flag
at 15
out.
by
Shout
Milwaukee.
Him,
Nobody knew it then, but a dynasty seed had just been planted.
Bro.
The regular season opened with familiar faces holding court, but something felt different, faster,
Scat back.
more precise. Teams weren't just playing, they were adapting. The three-point shot was no longer just a weapon, it was a way of life. Coaches built systems around spacing, tempo, and versatility. The league was
Man, that shot so ugly. He used to crack that bitch though.
evolving. The Spurs, still carrying the heartbreak of the previous season, didn't speak about revenge. They just played. Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Kawhi Leonard, who was finally breaking out of his shell. Every night they took the floor, they played like a team trying to erase a memory.
Nah, for real.
Duncan, with Manu, inside,
Over in the Bay Area, a revolution was quietly forming. Steph Curry was beginning to stretch the boundaries of logic.
Oh, yeah,
His
now
range
we
defied
cooking,
convention.
baby.
His confidence made it deadly. With Klay Thompson by his side, Golden State wasn't a juggernaut yet, but they were close. Kevin Durant was also in the middle of a masterpiece. While Russell Westbrook dealt with knee injuries, Durant carried OKC with quiet fury. Every night,
I know that nigga wasn't holding
made
his
the game
hand
look
up over
effortless.
there.
And every night,
Nigga, go get it out the net, fuck nigga. Look at this nigga over here, down there, holding his hand up. Nigga, I'm
Durant carried
bitch.
OKC. Durant was also in the middle of a masterpiece.
Fuck that
While
pick and
Russell
roll,
Westbrook
nigga.
dealt with knee injuries,
Come get it out the net, fuck nigga, holding your hand up.
Durant carried
You see what it is, nigga? 11, nigga. I need the rock, nigga. I'm fading away left, nigga. Get it out the net, bitch ass nigga. Fuck if you open.
See with quiet fury. Every night, he made the game look effortless. And every night, the MVP
This is like the last moments where they love Durant. I want to
buzz
say.
got louder. All-Star Weekend landed in New Orleans. Stars collided, young names popped, legends soaked in the moment. Kyrie Irving walked away with All-Star MVP. The crowd, both in the arena and online, made it very clear. The NBA was no longer just a league. It was a living conversation,
Nah, for real.
24/7.
Nah, for real, that Twitter had motherfuckers booming.
As spring arrived, so did the grind. Miami's legs looked heavier. Dwayne Wade missed games for rest. LeBron carried more weight. The cracks were showing. Meanwhile, Indiana, once a rising power, began to crumble under internal.
All right, this is the last season. I said this is the last, but for real, I want to know who's gonna be the champion of this.
And inconsistent play. What started as a potential top seed turned into a slow unraveling. The playoffs arrived with tension baked into every series. The first round alone was chaos. 5 different series went to 7 games, including an unforgettable clash between Dallas and San Antonio.
Yeeky,
where
I
Vince
remember
Carter
that.
hit a buzzer beater in Game 3 that reminded fans why he was still one of the coldest to ever do it. Out west, Portland stunned Houston in Game 6.
Bro, you gotta have some shit like this in your crib. Look at that
Damian
beautiful
Lillard with the
form.
ball and the clock melting down.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard
Ball game
and the Blazers win.
at home. Nigga, if you ain't got it in your crib, nigga, I'll get that shit in my crib. Boy, that shit look beautiful. Beautiful artwork. Turn that nigga into some beautiful artwork. Mona Lisa, that motherfucker.
It wasn't just a win. It was a moment. A star was born.
Damn,
and
nigga,
then
you
came the
cussing at?
Clippers-Warriors series. A slugfest drenched in controversy. The Donald Sterling scandal broke mid-series, exposing one of the darkest stains in the league's history. The Clippers played with outrage and resolve, winning in 7 games. It wasn't just about basketball. It was about identity and integrity.
Yeah. This is where we got the Warriors teed up right
The conference finals, old narratives returned. Miami, back,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would have stole his ass, bro. We had to get ejected.
but still lethal, marched back to the finals.
Including this, blowing in the
Yeah, that was the wrong thing to do right there, my boy.
of LeBron James.
Freaky ass nigga, boy. Like, what?
James
So sus.
reaction. He can't believe it.
LeBron was brilliant. Bosh was clutch. Wade resilient. They weren't dominant, but they were determined. In the West, the Spurs dismantled the Thunder with a brand of basketball that felt like poetry. Precision screens, relentless ball movement. It was everything the game could be when played at the highest level. And when the finals arrived, it was a rematch. Miami versus San.
Yeah, I seen how this was gonna go. Both of them wanted it. One wanted the three-peat, one wanted revenge. But you know how this story
But
goes.
don't get it twisted. This wasn't revenge. This was an execution.
Facts.
The Spurs played with rage. Kawhi Leonard, just 22 years old, exploded into a two-way force.
Leonard for 3. Bang! First lead of the game for the Spurs.
Earning finals MVP, fully stepping into the light. Game after game, San Antonio carved Miami apart. The ball never stopped moving. The open man was always found. Miami just couldn't keep up. They weren't just beaten, they were dismantled. When it ended in 5 games, it didn't feel like a shock. It felt inevitable. For the Miami Heat, the 2014 finals loss was more than just defeat. It was the unraveling of a dynasty. After 4 straight finals appearances and 2 championships, the cracks that had been quietly forming became impossible to ignore. LeBron James, despite delivering strong performances, cramping in game 1 and visibly frustrated by the relentless precision of the Spurs, Dwayne Wade's knees betrayed him, and Chris Bosh faded into the background.
He had heart problems or something. He probably wasn't telling nobody, but it came out that he had heart problems.
Series they lost in heroic fashion. It was a dismantling. San Antonio's ball movement, spacing, and unselfishness exposed the limitations of Miami's top-heavy roster. The aura of invincibility vanished. The big...
Boy, they was dressing like he from Miami Vice City, dressing that nigga tight-ass shirt.
The era that once seemed unstoppable now felt fragile. And by the end of that summer, it was over. These finals didn't just end a season. It ended an era.
Man.
Now, for Tim Duncan, the 2014 championship wasn't about numbers or accolades. It was about closure. He had felt the sting of the 2013 loss deeper than most, watching Ray Allen's shot rip away a ring he could already taste. Many thought that was his final shot at glory, but Duncan, ever the quiet force, returned not with revenge, but with resolve in his play. Winning in 2014 didn't just avenge the past, it reaffirmed his entire legacy. It was proof that humility, sacrifice, and consistency could still win in a league tilting towards flash. And for the Spurs, it was basketball's version of a symphony. They didn't just defeat Miami, they overwhelmed them with one of the most beautiful and unselfish team performances the game has ever seen. After years of being overlooked in favor of lauding narratives, they had the last word. It was a coronation for Kawhi Leonard, a vindication for Popovich, and a final masterpiece for Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili.
They had to get one out. They said, I gotta get my shit back. LeBron and them Texas teams, boy, shit. Goddamn, you a betting man and LeBron in the finals with a Texas team? Shit, I don't know. I ain't telling you to hit that Texas team, but shit, it's a coincidence.
Not bad for a bunch of old guys.
The seasonal awards were given to Kevin.
Where's Waldo eyeglasses? What the fuck?
Who won MVP. Michael Carter Williams was Rookie of the Year. Joakim Noah.
It's like, where happened to him, bro?
Took Defensive Player. Jamal Crawford.
I think Michael Carter Williams a fucking fighter now. Put some hands on your ass.
Claimed 6-man. Goran Dragic, Most Improved. And Greg Popovich won Coach of the Year. This season reminded the league what greatness really like. In a time when Flash was starting to overshow fundamentals, the Spurs brought the spotlight back to substance. Their run wasn't just about revenge. It was a blueprint. Duncan, ageless and steady, anchored one of the most selfless teams the league has ever seen, showing that brilliance doesn't need a spotlight to shine. Around them, stars rose and dynasties wavered. The NBA was evolving, but through it all, San Antonio's run stood as a reminder in a league chasing the...
Hey, yo, I don't know if he killing that nigga or about to kill him from the back.
There's still power in mastering the present.
have captured their fifth NBA championship.
Thanks for pushing me. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's what it's crazy feeling.
Robot nigga, he don't know how to have a right emotion head up.
The 2004.
Alrighty, y'all. That is the first part of the video of the greatest era in the NBA history with the 2010's recap. You got my AI on when you did what I'm saying. Throwback Allen Iverson. But if you stayed this far and watched the most of this, I appreciate you. We is going to be coming back with the part 2 very, very soon. Till then, man, I hope you enjoy this video. I am the Chill Life of Zoe. My name is MachineZo. And we'll be out. Check out. Peace. See you next one. Make sure y'all tap in too. That next one gonna be 5, man. It's part 2 of this, bro. We gonna start right back on the 2014 season, bro. And y'all know how that shit get, bro. It's gonna be a battle of damn near 2 teams for a few years, but appreciate y'all, man. Chill Life of Zoe, man. We gonna get back to another one, man. Peace.